ambulance. Don't worry, nothing's happening. I need my co-host come over. It's been over a year since Koby came into our lives. Since then, we have celebrated his birthday, Christmas, and next month in July, we're about to celebrate his second birthday. And to get started, I would like to address the elephant in the room. Their nose. Without a doubt, the Beagle Nose is extremely powerful. Once they are on a scent, they can get easily fixated. And from the beginning, Koby exuded those behaviors so much that for his first Halloween, I dressed him up as a detective. He looks so cute. So it's important to remember that Beagles are a scent hound breed. That's just in their DNA. They are not trying to make our lives more difficult. It's not like they wake up in the morning and they go, how am I going to annoy my human today? It's just something that it's embedded in their DNA and comes with the territory of earning a beagle. And I want to share with you a story of young Koby when he was a few months old, right before we took him to get his puppy training classes. One weekend when I was spending family time with my parents, I was helping my mom in the kitchen and my dad was in the backyard playing with Koby. And I'm chatting with my mom and my dad comes rushing towards us and he tells us, Koby escaped, he's in the neighbor's backyard. And the thing about our neighbor's backyard is that their fence is not a full fence that covers the front of their house. So he could easily run into the street. I dropped everything that I was doing and I rushed to the door wearing my indoor slippers outside, and I first tried to locate him. And after looking for a few seconds, there it is. There's Koby running like a baby pony, so happy, so free, no leash, just having the time of his life. But he didn't stop at that house. He went from one backyard to another neighbor's backyard to another neighbor's backyard. And I was just so concerned that he would eventually make it to the street. So by the time I had located him, again with my dad, I tell him, all right, he's sniffing something, so go that way and I will take this other side of the house. And surely enough, he spotted me. And at that moment, I had the choice to run to him, which I knew that would only trigger him running away, thinking that I wanted to play with him. So what I did instead was pretend I hadn't seen him all day. I got on my knees and I said, Koby, my baby! And surely enough, he ran into my arms. Very similar to this. So I picked him up. He had no clue on the amount of stress everyone had gone through. And I brought him home. When we got back, I asked my dad to check under the wired fences to make sure that he would cover any sections where he could escape again. And that brought a lot of peace of mind. So I tell you this story not to scare you, but to illustrate why it's so important not only to have healthy structure when it comes to beagles, also to know where they are at all times, and thirdly, that this is something instinctual for them. Beagles are adventurous. They are a breed that requires a lot more attention than others, but at the same time, they are truly the sweetest dogs. So just like with any dog, especially this breed, freedom has to be earned. From day one, he started crate training, and of course I made sure that he had a crate where he could stretch, where he could relax, where it was nice, cozy, and peaceful. I included safe chew toys because I didn't want him to eat them as he was teething at the same time, and he had a thing for just chewing on anything, including furniture. And for that, I introduced him to our spray bottle that would reinforce some boundaries around the household items such as furniture, any wooden legs that he could come in contact to. On his first night, he slept in their living room, and I had a baby monitor to help me make sure that he was okay throughout the night. And the reason why we started this way to gradually introduce new rooms to him was to reward good behavior. So when he was potty trained, he gained more access to other rooms. And at the beginning, he couldn't even climb up the stairs or even go down. So it was something that it was slow progress, but it was progress. We made sure that he had a designated bathroom area inside the house and also outdoors. I selected a tree to make it easier to have a visual cue for him. And after he would go potty, then he could go and sniff around. And this allowed him to have structure that he could easily expect from the beginning. And something that I recommend for any breed, especially for Beagles, is to get professional training. And I loved his puppy training classes because not only he was learning, but so was I. The training is not only for the dog, but also the owner. I truly believe that that has made a difference. And something that I always recommend before you enroll your puppy for training classes is to speak to the trainer. Get to know the trainer, get a sense of their vibe, of their style, and make sure that they are a good fit. Training not only helped with structure, but it helped me to understand this breed that is often misunderstood. They are misunderstood for being stubborn, which they do not mean to do on purpose. It's just that they get fixated, and again, that is part of their breed. It's almost like they're sour patches in the sense that the sour part is that once they get into fixated mode and they are sniffing, which has levels, I have learned. Before he was a year old, he could play around in the backyard and enjoy time running as well. But as he got older, he got extremely fixated on sniffing. So I had to bring back some boundaries from earlier on, such as walking him on a leash, making sure that he would go to his bathroom area first, and then he could spend time sniffing. Because what he would do is that he would spend more time sniffing and forgetting to use the bathroom. So the training is kind of like an accordion. It comes and goes, but the good thing is that once you do it once, you have something to refer back to. Now, the sweet part about the Sour Patch part is that they really are way more affectionate than people realize. He is so cozy. I love to get a hug from him. Once he was house trained and he was able to spend more time on the couch with us, he finds the coziest spots to lay next to you. There's something truly special when he just melts into my arms, and the way that his paws find their way to get nice and cozy next to me. I just love to hold him, which is a little different than with Alaya. I try to hold her with more caution as she is smaller. And something that I love about him is the way that he loves blankets. He has a way to lift them up in the air using his nose or his paw and get nice and wrapped up and cozy. So if I were to summarize what this breed has taught me is that the sooner that we accept them for who they are and not expect them to behave like other dogs, like other breeds, the easier life becomes. Thank you very much for spending this time with us today. We hope that this video was useful, and we will see you next time.